What if you could get what you want from women? 99% of the time, imagine a world where you could snap your fingers and get exactly what you want from women 99% of the time. Not 98%, not 99.9%, but a solid, dependable 99%. What would that look like? Would it be a utopia of charm and charisma, or would it backfire in ways you never saw coming? Let us dive into this thought experiment with the curiosity of a toddler and the skepticism of a scientist who has just been told their lab equipment is haunted. First, let's picture the scenario. You're at a coffee shop eyeing a latte and maybe a conversation with the barista. You say, "Hey, could you make it quick and maybe throw in a free cookie?" Boom. 99% chance she hands you a cookie with a smile. You ask your boss for a raise while she's mid-sip of her kale smoothie. Yep, 99% chance she says, "Sure, why not?" You even try your luck at a party, asking a stranger to join you for a spontaneous road trip to a alpaca farm. Guess what? 99% chance she's packing her bags. Sounds like a dream, right? But hold on. Let's not get too cozy with this fantasy just yet. Now, let us propose something ridiculous. What if this 99% success rate isn't tea about charm, looks, or even a magical pheromone cologne sold by a shady guy in a trench coat? What if it's a glitch in the universe, like a cosmic cheat code you accidentally unlocked by mispronouncing abracadabra while ordering tacos? This glitch rewires social interactions so that women agree to your requests 99% of the time, no questions asked. No hypnosis, no mind control, just pure, unfiltered compliance. But before you start planning your victory parade, let's break this down with some science, a dash of logic, and a truckload of absurdity. To understand this, we need to think about probability and human behavior. A 99% success rate is insanely high. For context, if you flip a coin, you've got a 50% chance of heads. If you're betting on it raining this afternoon, maybe a 70% chance if the clouds look grumpy. But 99%? That's like predicting the exact location of your missing sock after it vanishes in the laundry. It's not just unlikely, it's statistically bonkers. So if this glitch exists, it's bending the laws of human decision-making in a way that makes quantum mechanics look like a coloring book. Let's explore how this might work. Human decisions are influenced by a messy soup of factors: emotions, past experiences, social norms, and whether they've had enough coffee to deal with you. Normally, if you ask someone for something, their brain runs a quick algorithm. Do I like this person? Is this request reasonable? Will I regret this later? Then they spit out a yes or no, usually with a side of polite hesitation. But with this glitch, that algorithm gets hijacked. It's like their brain says, "Hey, 99% chance I'll just say yes, so why bother overthinking it?" It is not mind control, it is more like their decision-making software got a lazy update that skips the think button. Now let's add some science-y flavor. Game theory tells us people make choices based on perceived costs and benefits. If you ask for a favor, the other person weighs the cost, time, effort, risk of looking silly, against the benefit. Feeling good, social points, maybe a free taco later. With a 99% glitch, the cost-benefit scale tips wildly in your favor. It's like the universe is bribing them with invisible cupcakes to say yes. Neurologically, this could mean their prefrontal cortex, the part that handles rational decisions, is taking a nap, while the reward-seeking amygdala is throwing a party. Dopamine spikes, inhibitions drop, and suddenly, your request for a free cookie sounds like the best idea since sliced bread. But here's where it gets fun. What knocks the 1% that doesn't work? Even in this glitchy utopia, 1 out of every 100 requests fails. Maybe it's random, like a cosmic dice roll. Or maybe it's specific, like if you ask for something morally outrageous, like borrowing her pet iguana for a quick experiment. The glitch short circuits. Let's test this. You ask your friend to lend you $10. She says yes. You ask for $100. Still yes. You ask for her car keys, her Netflix password, and her grandma's secret cookie recipe. Yes, yes, yes. But then you say, "Hey, can you do my taxes while dressed as a pirate?" And bam, she laughs in your face. The 1% strikes, and you're left wondering if the universe is trolling you. Now let's scale this up. You're not just asking for cookies or car keys. You're making big moves. You pitch a movie idea to a producer. It asks about a sentient toaster who falls in love with a grapefruit. She's 99% likely to greenlight it. You ask a politician to pass a law requiring everyone to wear flip-flops on Fridays. Done. You even convince a scientist to build you a jetpack powered by glitter. It's happening. The world starts bending to your whims, and you're basically a low-budget genie with a 99% success rate. But here's the catch. Systems this powerful always have side effects. Let's talk chaos theory. One small change, like a butterfly flapping its wings, can spiral into a hurricane. Your 99% glitch is no butterfly. It's a pterodactyl with a megaphone. Every time someone says yes, it ripples. That free cookie? The barista's boss notices inventory shortages. That raise? Your coworkers get jealous and start a mutiny. That alpaca farm road trip? Turns out she's allergic to alpacas, and now you're both sneezing in a field at 3 a.m. Each yes rewrites the social fabric, and soon people start noticing. They whisper, "Why does everyone keep saying yes to this guy?" Conspiracy theories pop up on X. Economists publish papers titled The Yesocalypse, a case study in social collapse. And then there's the psychological toll on you. At first, getting everything you want feels like winning the lottery every day. But soon it's boring. There's no challenge, no thrill of the chase. You ask for a date and she says yes. You ask for a second date and she says yes. You ask her to move to Antarctica to start a penguin sanctuary, and she's packing her parka. Where's the spark? Where's the story? You start craving that 1% failure just to feel alive. You deliberately ask for ridiculous things, like a life-sized statue of yourself made of mashed potatoes, just to see if someone will say no. Spoiler, they don't. Let's zoom out further. If this glitch keeps going, society crumbles. Economies tank because everyone's giving stuff away for free. Relationships lose meaning because consent is skewed. Even science breaks down. Researchers keep saying yes to your glitter jetpack idea instead of curing diseases. The world becomes a warped funhouse mirror of your desires, and you're trapped in the center, wondering if you are a god or just a guy who broke reality by mispronouncing abracadabra. So what's the explosive conclusion? The glitch isn't a gift, it's a curse. That 99% success rate turns you into a puppet master with no one to impress. The real magic of human interaction isn't getting what you want. It's the messy, unpredictable dance of maybe, sometimes, and occasionally. You realize the 1% failures are what make the victories sweet. So, you track down that shady taco vendor, beg him to reverse the glitch, and mispronounce abracadabra again. The universe resets. You walk back to the coffee shop, ask for a free cookie, and the barista says, "Nice try." You smile. Life is back to normal, gloriously, chaotically normal. But just for fun, you ask her for a date. She says no. You laugh because deep down you know the 1% is where the real stories begin.